What is up, good people? You're watching Bransy Entertainment. I am joined by a lovely guest today, Mia. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Stressed out, technical issues, really pissing me off, as you can see. Anyone that thinks setting up a podcast is going to be easy, honestly, is really not. It's really stressful. Yeah. Anyway, we got there in the end. Anyway, so Mia, tell us a little bit about you in 30 seconds.
So, my name's Mia. I'm from Liverpool. I'm 25. I am a stripper and I am also a single mum of two.
Did you say you're a stripper?
I am.
Oh, I knew it anyway. But what if you don't mind me asking? So you said you're a single mama too, as well? Did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's start from the beginning. Little Mia, growing up, what sort of child were you? What was your childhood like?
So it was me and my mum. My dad's a piece of shit, to put it nicely. Yeah. So it was me and my mum, and then she got with somebody else, so I had him until I was 16, and it was just lovely. Yeah, it was lovely. I had a good childhood, I really did. Can't say anything bad about it. My mum's just absolutely amazing. She's just the best person in the world. I wouldn't be the mum that I am today if it weren't for her. She's
Wow.
like literally the best.
Wow.
And then yeah, it went back to just being me, my mum, and then my little brother when I was 16. So yeah, that was my childhood really. We had a ball.
Fair enough. And what did you want to be when you was like when you were 16? Can you remember what you wanted to be when you was
Do you
older?
know what I always wanted to be when I was little? A marine biologist. I was obsessed with going to swim with dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, but that never happened. That never happened.
Fair enough.
And then a paramedic as well. I did actually have a place in uni to be a paramedic, but I ended up having to give that place away. So.
Okay. First relationship. What was your first relationship like? Do you remember it?
God, yeah, it was with someone when I was in sixth form in school, and he was lovely, but he cheated on me. So, yeah, that went that ended badly.
How did you catch him?
I went through his phone when he was asleep.
Oh, what's that like? Women going through people's phones. That's not
I know,
cool.
I couldn't help myself. Someone was messaging him called Joe, and I was thinking, who's Joe? I haven't heard of a Joe, and I went on and found all the goss.
Fair enough. It's one of those things though as well. Like when you're younger, that's one of those natural things. You go through each other's phones.
Yeah.
Everyone's like hyper sort of jealous, sort of like any little thing.
Yeah, I think it's dead insecure, isn't it? When it's your first relationship, you're just like.
Definitely. Especially if you've got a pretty girlfriend, people are going to be like, you're not looking. I don't want them looking at her. I don't want them freaking, blah blah blah. So I remember a lot of my friends never used to like their girls wearing miniskirts to a nightclub or wearing miniskirts anywhere, sort of,
Yeah.
So did you have that at all with any of your partners?
Yeah.
That was a yeah. We need to hear this story. Come on, girl.
Yeah. No, I have. I've been in an Yeah. My last relationship was not the one, to be honest. So yeah. But yeah,
okay,
no.
Okay. You've been in a challenging relationship. We'll leave it there.
That's fucking going easy.
Well, yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll let you. I mean, you're happy to disclose. We're happy for you to disclose any part of it you want, but just I want you to feel comfortable. You can wait. I want you to feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll talk more about that one.
No worries. Okay, so let's start with this extravagant career that you've chosen for yourself. How does one choose to become a stripper anyway? Like, what made you think, okay, I'm going to become a stripper?
So I worked in the city centre quite a few years back, and seeing the girls like going into work, and like I was always a little bit like intrigued as to like what did they do and stuff like that. But I think I never really had the courage to do it, or I never really had the reason to need to do it. And then obviously I got with my kid's dad, and that was never going to happen whilst I was with him. And then we split up, and the baby was about 6 weeks old, and I was like, what am I going to do for money? So I got a job there. So in my club, they do like a dollar system. So like when people pay for dancers, we don't actually get the cash. It goes to the bar. We get like fake money, and then at the end of the night, we exchange our fake money for real money.
Okay.
So I was on the dollar system, just giving the dollars out to the girls, and I was thinking, fuck me, these girls are making a fucking fortune. And I was like ticking the names off all night, and I literally said, I want to dance. And they were like, do you? And I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm coming next week. And I literally come the next week with my underwear and a bag, my heels, and I was ready to go.
Do you remember how much you made on your first day?
£600.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what was that like for you? Because I imagine that was the first time you ever earned like that much money.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, like you can just do this. Like I was so like nervous going into it. Like I was on, like, because obviously I'd worked there the week before. I was messaging the girls on Instagram like, I don't know what to do, can you show me? I was on FaceTime to a few of them whilst they were dancing in their bedrooms. I was like, I was so scared. And then I went in and I'd done my first customer, and I was like, this is so fucking easy. He didn't even know where he was.
Well, you probably took him, but obviously, you know, you being a very attractive woman, you know, it's obviously that's quite empowering. So you're in a dominant position over them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably more nervous than you are, you know. So most of them probably don't want to look at you. So I want to reflect straight back on that. Actually, your first dance, like, what was that like? Like your first dance with a guy?
Nerve-wracking, honest to God. I physically felt like I could throw up. Like, I was like, I'm literally going to be sick. And the girls were like, just do it, because once you've done it, you'll realise it's not bad. And I was like, right, okay, I'm just going to do it. And I just went in and done it. And then halfway through the dance, I was thinking, this is fucking easy.
It's just like being in the clubs, really grinding up on a nice guy. Literally.
Like, I mean, half of them aren't really that nice, but
don't say that. Don't say that, love. You still want a job in the morning. They're all 10s.
They're all gorgeous. I fall in love with all of them every single night.
Exactly. Your problem is you fall in love every night with these lovely men.
I do. I fall in love. I'm getting married at least 20 times a night.
Fair enough. What's that done? Have you always been a confident woman? Because a lot of women say, I'll let you answer.
No.
You've never been confident?
No. Definitely not. I had the lowest self-esteem when I went into that job. Like the lowest self-esteem. Like I'd literally just give birth 6 weeks prior to me dancing. So you can imagine I felt like absolute shit.
Yeah.
And I had to go in. I had to put so much weight on. I just felt disgusting. And I think making one I made my first night kind of thought, you know, maybe I'm not actually that ugly. Do you know what I mean? And I think that a lot of it stemmed back to my last relationship. You know, I left that feeling worthless. I got made to feel like I was never good enough, and that went on for years. So I think when that's drilled in your head for years, anyone's going to feel like shit. The most prettiest girl in the world could feel like a pile of shit if they got told every day how ugly they was. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I definitely didn't have... I still haven't now. People don't believe me. I still haven't now. I'm quite I'm quite I'm quite insecure.
Really? I really wouldn't imagine that. But to be fair though, a lot of girls that I speak to, like I see their Instagram pictures and I'm like, damn, this girl's a little fiery one. And then they get on the camera and then they're like, I see but it's nice though, because then you actually see the real person. So which is the whole reason why I do these sort of interviews, so people can actually see the real people behind them and stuff. And you know, and it's but you were saying obviously your confidence was not for six of obviously what you had a bit of a hectic relationship and stuff, and then you got into the stripping and stuff like that. But what's it done for your confidence though? It must have boosted it up a little bit.
I mean, I think I'm a lot more confident within myself now. You know, I don't feel as bad as what I used to feel, but then you still get soul destroying nights in work. Like if you go into work and, you know, oh, she got all nice. No. And you're thinking, for fuck's sake, like, am I ugly again? Like, it's soul destroying some nights in work. You can come in with nothing and then the shit nights and it makes you feel like shit. But every man has a different preference and sometimes you're just not it. And I'm starting to learn that now, that it's nothing personal or about me or the way I look. It's just, you know, sometimes if I go into a club, if there's no men in there that I don't fancy, then it's not to say everyone in there is ugly. It's just, it's not my preference.
Yeah. So I mean, that must be. I mean, you don't really hear them sort of stories. You just think, you know, get strippers, girls are just turning up to work, and obviously they get paid some sort of money, like a minimum at least. But so you're saying basically you've turned up to work some nights, and literally like you've just been sort of rejected, and then it's like
literally,
wow.
literally, like so. most clubs, you don't actually get paid to go into work. It is commission based, and then they take a cut out of what you make to cover your house fee.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So like, yeah, some like I've got friends in other clubs, and my club's amazing. Like my club's the nicest club. Like if you don't make your house fee, they would never go, oh well, you owe us that next week. I know some girls in other clubs that haven't made their house fee, they've gone, oh well, you owe us £200 next week. So then when they go in the next weekend, they owe £400 before they've even worked.
I mean, I have interviewed some other strippers, girls that have done stripping and stuff like that, and they have mentioned that there's been a few horror stories from like bad management and stuff like that. Have you experienced any sort of like bad management issues?
Do you know what? No, I'm so lucky in that sense because I've heard horror stories myself. My club is the nicest club. Like so many girls try and work there, and I was lucky for that to be my first club. So I couldn't, honest to God, everybody who works there, it's like a little family. Like even if I'm having a shit day at home and I've chose not to go into work 9 times out of 10, if I haven't got the kids, I'll be in work, just not working. I'll go and see all the girls, and like it's just a nice environment.
Okay. Yeah, I did notice that actually. I saw some of your Instagram pictures and stuff, and obviously it looked like there was like a nice team spirit amongst you and your friends and stuff there.
Yeah, no, it is. The girls, honest to God, everybody in there is just so nice.
Fair enough. So, I mean, one of the main things you touched on is the perception of strippers. You wanted to sort of like talk a little bit about that, because obviously when people think of strippers, they just think, oh, you know, bit of meat, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I'll let you have your say.
Yeah, like, do you know what? So I've got like, as well as obviously the stripper, I've got a Snapchat as well, which is a work Snapchat, which I solely use. I like taking photos when I'm in work. Now I use that Snapchat to post my work stuff on. I get people asking me for photos sometimes, and obviously I charge a price for them. So it's like a little mini side hustle kind of thing. But I think they think because you're a stripper that you're just going to want to jump on their dick, and it's just not the case. Like, I get so many men that are like, so when am I coming to fuck you? And I'm like, why do you think that? Why are you that thick? And then it's, you know, when you say no, when you reject them, you're a slag, you're fat, you're ugly, you're a dog, you're never going to get married, you should be ashamed, like that you're a mum, like, they rip into you, and it's like, you just can't handle rejection, but you just don't understand that just because we dance, we're not slags. No. We're the complete opposite, to be honest. We're not just going to fuck something for nothing, because we're used to showing our bodies for getting paid. So tell me why I'm going to want to take my clothes off for you when it's not benefiting me. I don't fancy you. When I can go to work, take my clothes off, no one can touch me, and I'm getting paid.
Yeah, I get that, and I think a lot of men, they do struggle with that rejection, you know, because it's like you're selling them a fantasy, and you know there is this idea out there that men are these really strong emotional creatures that don't get attached, but it's far from the opposite. Like, it's honestly, I imagine, you know, you've probably got guys willing to leave their wives for you, know, after one dance, you know. So yeah, it's literally the way some guys are, you know. They can have a wife, they can have kids, they can have everything, but they come to see your ass on Saturday night and they're gonna give you all their money, you know, and the moment
spend the rent.
Yeah, the moment you reject them or anything like that, or once they realize that, you know, all I'm going to get is, like, they don't realize this is obviously a job for you. Obviously your job is to be sexy, so it can be quite confusing. Be sexy, be available. Oh, darling, when you're in a nightclub and then you see them out in public, it's like, oh my God,
I've literally, like, and it's so bad. So I promised, like, this man the world, like,
I was
like, yeah. So anyway, at the end of the night, he's like, I'll wait for you outside, and I was thinking, fuck me. We've got no back exit. What am I going to do? So I've walked, the video's actually on my TikTok if you scroll down. So I'm walking down the stairs and I'm like, that's to the girls. Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? So she's like, yeah, but he's turned around. So I'm like this, running down the road, and my friend's recording me after, and I'm thinking, oh my God, he was actually waiting. Did he believe me?
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Awful.
It's, oh man, I don't know what it is for guys, but we have done ourselves no justice. Like, oh, like, we got no respect out here. Like, you know, some of the things that obviously is good for you girls that are in the industry, because you obviously get to fleece these men and get them, take them for whatever they're gonna give you. But like, oh my God, it's not doing much. Like, I'm hearing about stuff like guys just like just £2,000, just a pretty girl. Here, it's £2,000.
Yeah.
Here's £1,000. Like, and you know, it's crazy. Like, and
Yeah,
just
no, it is.
and obviously I'm an OnlyFans manager as well, so obviously I have to help girls with their content and not help them with their content, you know, not help them with their content.
You've
like,
got a wonderful job.
Yeah, not help them with their content, but you know, just literally like, you know, messages, blah blah blah. You know, we won't give up the game, but you know, yeah, I have to do a lot of that stuff and obviously send out a lot of messages. So I see a lot of requests, and I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Picture. I want a picture of your feet and twiggle them and all that shit, and like $50, you know, for foot pics. I'm like, what? It's a woman's world, man. Seriously, it's a woman's world. Like, you know, if you're willing to, yeah.
Do you know what I find? Like, do you know, most men, like, and I don't care what they say, the men that call us slags and this and that, like, I guarantee if you was a woman, you would be doing the same, because who wouldn't? Like, who wouldn't?
Honestly, I say this all the time, you know, like obviously I'm gonna be honest as well. I'll be honest, like, you know, that most men probably, well, obviously they'll spend money on a fantasy, blah 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 blah, but they want a good housewife at home, sort of thing, you know. So I'll be honest, like that, you know, most men do want a good housewife, but not to say that a man ain't gonna leave his wife and kids for you, because they will do it. I know these guys out here, they will do it. Guys will fall in love, and a one night stand, they'll be like, they can't stop thinking about this girl, you know, because it's something new, it's something spicy.
Yeah.
And the worst case is when they leave their wifey and they leave their baby and they go to someone like you, and then like the moment you finish with them, it's like, yeah, you gotta get your shit out and get out of there, you know. And they're like devastated. They're like devastated. And some men go to that bridge and
yeah,
like, you know, so literally sometimes you have to be careful.
Yeah.
yes, Ella, you would be a slag, yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie. If that's what I said to some guy. He was talking to me about OnlyFans girls, and he was saying that, like, you know, he wouldn't marry one and blah blah blah, and because of this and because of that. And I was like, fair enough, you've got you're entitled to your opinion and stuff, but I'm just saying, put yourself in their perspective. If loads of women were offering you like $50, $30 for feet pics and dick pics, you'd be sending them. I'd be sending them, right? I'll be sending them. If someone offers, if there was a massive market for dick pics, like, you know, I know there is, but it's towards the other gender, and I'm not really comfortable with that. I'm not really comfortable with that side of it. But
you're not swing that way, my love.
Not at the minute. No. So I know there's a lot of people, and there's a market for it, but you know, if most guys could make money, like the money you girls make, like sending pictures out, they'd be doing it. Like, you know, they'd be doing it. Every guy would be doing it, man. No cap. Every guy would be doing it. So it's very difficult to put it on women. But obviously, you know, it's with this sort of day and age, we sort of become very sort of judgmental on women now. You know, like I don't think men like it. Yeah, I don't think men like it. I'll let you talk. So I just been waffling.
Definitely. Like, I've had people, like, not gonna say it, but I've had people close to me that, like, have said that I sexually exploit myself and that I'm disgusting. Yeah, I know for a fact that this particular person is on dating websites and meets up with multiple men and sleeps with them in hotel rooms. And I was like, well, at the end of the day, what I do, no one can touch me. Like, I'm making money and I'm not even be getting touched. You're fucking and not even getting no benefit. Like, how am I sexually exploiting myself and you're not? Because you are still in a different kinds of way, except that I get the benefits and you don't.
I think it's called like objectifying yourself. If you put yourself out there in a certain light, you know, taking sexy pictures, blah blah blah, you are kind of objectifying yourself out there, but you're doing it for financial gain, for your perspective, sort of thing, you know. So, and one of the things is when you objectify yourself, then sometimes people might objectify you. And you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing for you; it's a good thing. And they see a pretty blonde and big boobies. Where's your video? Actually, let me get your video out there. See you in action.
God.
Where's your video? I should have got the better one, actually. Where is it hiding? I don't even want to touch anything. Or
I know, look,
I'm not
touching guy with the minute.
Yeah, literally. Where is it? It was somewhere. Let me find it. Let's find you in action. Shaking that thing. Let me grab it. Where is it? I'll put it somewhere. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Here it is. Boom. Brace yourself, gents. This girl, she's a bit of a mover. She's a bit of a mover. Where is it? All right, here we go.
Someone who knows how to ride without even falling.
Let's have one more look at that. One more look at
Should've
that.
saw the way I hit it.
One more look. I missed it. I didn't see it properly.
Looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride without.
Okay.
Love that video.
Yeah. Okay, so what's is there a plan for you? I mean, most girls doing this, obviously making fast money, looking after yourself. You're the main breadwinner. That now, like, is there a 5-year plan? Is there an out plan? Like, what's the deal?
So I want my own strip club.
You want your own strip club?
I want my own strip club.
Okay, damn.
But not in Liverpool. I don't want one in Liverpool. There's too many in Liverpool. So yeah, I want my own strip club. So yeah, that's what we're working towards at the minute.
Okay.
But my kids are just draining the life out of me. Honestly. They take every fucking penny.
Yeah, I can imagine. How old are your kids?
So one of them's 4 and the other one's 2.
Oh, they're still young. What are you spending them? You're just one of those mums that spoil them, I bet, then, isn't you?
Oh, love. It's just my mum will get it. My mum will get it. My mum will get it. iPad in the bath. It's all right. My mum will get me a new one. And I'm like,
oh, no. Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
They take every penny. But that is the goal. I want my own club.
Fair enough. And yeah, well, I mean, you girls, the sky's the limit, you know. You just have to find the right simp and he'll freaking spend all the money on you, you know? Find the right Joey and he'll give you, he'll finance that for you just on the off chance that there's a brief relationship or romance or sneaky backdoor stuff. I've got to ask about sneaky backdoor stuff in the strip clubs because I've had a few strippers on before and they've been like, no, it doesn't happen. But then some of them
doesn't,
like,
you know, it really doesn't. Like, we've literally in our club, it's fully cameras up. Like, you're not even getting a touch of the leg. Like,
really?
Not happening. No.
So there's no backdoor business then. Like, you know, come on, you spoil it. No. I'll give you $100 or something like that for an extra.
Oh, love, I get that. I get offered grants to go back with people all the time, but you just have to politely decline.
Fair enough. Have you been tempted? Have you been tempted before? Like, actually, we don't answer that question. Don't answer that question because we know the deal. Don't answer the question. No comment. No comment. What I'm interested in actually is you said something. You said that like guys want, like, you're used to like not sleeping with guys and earning like £600 or whatever it is, earning a lot of money for your time and stuff. How does that affect like normal relationships? Like, in terms of like, do you ever think to yourself, why do I even bother entertaining this guy? Yeah, he's cute, whatever, but I'm not making no money from him.
Yeah, I mean, I do now see men as a form of a business transaction. Like, yeah, and it is. But do you know what? It gets lonely at times. Like, people forget that. Obviously, yeah, I am a stripper over weekends, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday day, Sunday day, I am at home on my own with the 2 kids. Like, you do pine for like to be with somebody. Like, it gets lonely. Do you know what I mean? But it's hard seeing men in a different light because you're used to dealing with them every weekend and you just think, oh, you're just a fucking knobhead. Or it's hard to find a man that is okay with the job that you're doing. And for me, I'm not gonna leave what I'm doing and the money that I'm making for somebody that can't.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, guys on TikTok. Sorry if it is echoing. Sorry, I'm having a bit of an issue on my side. But we are live on YouTube. You can go over to YouTube, Breads Entertainment. We're there. Yeah, go over to YouTube and you can watch it there. But yeah, sorry guys. Let me have a look and just see if I can fix this really quickly. Sorry, 1 second. Echoing on. Is it because I've got 2 mics? Let's put that down. Boom. Okay. You're echoing. It's that Scouse accent. She's going. It goes twice. Right, guys. Sorry, guys, on TikTok. You're gonna have to just go over to YouTube if you want to watch it, or I'll post it. The interview will be on there soon anyway. I'll live it over. So I'm gonna end the TikTok stream, guys. It'll be on soon. Yeah. Okay. Cool. See you later, TikTok. Sorry about that. Very unprofessional of me. Very unprofessional of me. Live TV. This is what happens. Live TV. Okay, so where were we? Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
We were talking about finding it hard to be, yeah. And a lot of women don't realize, being the boss lady. It's like you're the manager, you're the CEO, you're the chairman, you're everything in one. Yeah.
Everything, like all the stress is on you, and and women. Not just women, but women need to be loved, need to be cuddled at night, want to feel that extra loving and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So how are you going to try and find that then? And how would you balance it with like your career?
Do you know what? I just feel like until somebody either comes that's okay with what I'm doing and is happy for me to continue and know that I'm coming home to them, or they can offer more to the table than what I'm going to bring, then I think I'm just going to obviously just be on my own. Like,
That's sad. That's kind of sad, though. That's kind of sad. That sounds...
It is, but you know what? I feel like after the last relationship, it's kind of put me off trusting anybody anyway, and I never want to put myself or my kids in a situation where we lose everything again.
Yeah.
Everything that I've got now is my own. Everything my kids got, I've got them for them. The roof over our heads is ours. Like, the car that I've got's mine. Like, and I would never want to put my life in somebody else's hands as well as theirs for it to be gone in the flash of an eye.
I hear that.
Is that even the right saying? A flash of an eye.
in the blink of an eye. Blink of a second. Is it blink of a second or blink of a flash? Yeah,
blink of an eye.
Don't do this. I'm the worst person to do this with, because I'll turn into a blonde with big boobs if you do that. I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, it does sound like it must be very hard though as well for women to even respect men. Like, honestly, it must be very hard when you've got guys like, oh, let me see it. Let me see your toes. Let me see your toes. Like, that must be very hard to respect men. Like, obviously not all men are like that, but it's very hard. And I think a lot of the time as well is when women that do these sort of jobs or whatever, when they do make that much money, and then obviously they have a guy that's just at home, whatever, sometimes they can lose respect for him, especially if they're earning more money than him. And like a lot of women say, yeah, I want a nice guy, but then they get a nice guy and they treat him like shit, and then they freaking, send him crazy. What are you laughing for? Why are you laughing for?
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
Why are you laughing for? Because you can.
We're never happy.
You can relate to that. You can relate to that, can't you? That's why you're laughing like that. What's wrong with nice guys? Why can't a nice guy? Why can't a nice guy lock it down?
I think I need a nice guy. That's what I need. Because
what's wrong with women? Women, like, it's not working. The bad guys, the roughnecks, the gangster kind of guys, it's not working. It's never gonna work. Those sort of guys normally come with baggage, and when they come with their baggage, that baggage normally ends up with black eyes and shit like that. And black eyes, jacking your money, all that sort of stuff. And you probably already know, So what's wrong with the nice guys that's just doing a normal grind, going to work, coming home, wants to sort of rub your toes when he gets back from work is the highlight of his day.
I think I need a nice guy. I think that's what I need to do. But you know what? Nice guys, I think I'd be dead insecure about my job. I think the lads who are a bit more rough and ready and I've got a bit about them, the kind of a bit more, not lenient to your job, but they get it. They get it more. They get the hustle. They get the, the long weekends, the late nights. They get it. The nice guys don't.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue two things. The guys that you're describing, the roughnecks, the tough guys, you can say they get it. But the reality is, when you say they get it, that means that they don't give a shit about you. They care and that's the honest truth. I don't want to be blunt.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about you. They're in it for the bang. They're in it for the lovely sex. They're obviously lovely lady, So they're in it for the good times and the happy times. But what's scary sometimes as well is, like, I've noticed this happens so many times. Guys are going with girls, and the girl says to them, "Let's do OnlyFans," and then the guy's like, "Not sure," but he says, "I'll do it anyway." and then like he makes the girl do OnlyFans, takes all her money, blah blah blah. But the moment he's done that, he's literally relegated her just to sex only category. So
Yeah.
like he will never take her serious from that perspective. And a lot of girls get stuck in it because what happens is that guy pisses off, and then they're like, shit, I'm stuck now and I'm doing OnlyFans on my own. And it's like they don't want more body. Some of them just aim. Some girls just justify it in their head by saying, you know, all right, I'm just gonna have sex with one person, my partner, and that makes sense. I'm making money, and that's an easier sell in your head. But when that guy goes, and then it's like, oh shit, do I find another guy? How much solo content can I do?
No, literally.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned your OnlyFans short journey. Let's touch on that a little bit. What happened?
Do you know what? So I was doing OnlyFans and somebody subscribed to who wasn't meant to subscribe to it and showed people that weren't meant to be shown. And it just it shook me up a little bit, and it kind of hit home to, you know, I have got 2 kids, and as they're getting older, what are people going to be showing them in school? Like, I feel like me dancing, I'm not bothered. I'm open about me dancing. Everybody knows that I dance. It's no secret. The OnlyFans was a little bit more, not many people knew kind of thing. And once that person subscribed and people that I didn't want to know found out, I just thought, you know what, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Once I was, you know, posting things, it's on the internet. It's there. Do you know what I mean? People can screenshot, people can record off another phone. Like, and I just thought, you know what, at least I know with my dancing that I go into that club, no one can take photos, no one's videoing me. I can go to work. Nothing that I do in that club is getting out of them doors.
Yeah, I hear you. And yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Really, it's a tough one. But to be honest, though, I had a look at your Instagram, and your Instagram's like basically like OnlyFans anyway. No,
I mean, it's a bit more of a PG version.
I mean, you could have kept the OnlyFans up and just maybe done like striptease stuff and stuff like that on it, like, you know, stuff that you're doing anyway, you know.
No, I know I could do, but you know what? I found on OnlyFans people did want a lot more.
Yeah, they do.
People want the full shebang. People don't want a striptease.
No. They want to see the coochie.
Yeah,
they want to see
it all.
They want to see the scal's coochie. They want to see that shit. They want to see that shit talk. That's what they want to see.
Yeah, literally they do. And I just thought, oh, for fuck's sake.
Was it PG? Was it solo stuff you were doing on your OF? Or?
Yeah. Solo.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of a hard one, really, isn't it? When you look back and you say, okay, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do that sort of. You know?
Yeah, no, it is. I like, you know, obviously me dancing and that. I don't really see an issue with me dancing. People have obviously got different opinions, and you know, people's opinion. No one really. It doesn't affect me what people say now. Like, I've done it for 2 years now, and I'm just like, I've had every name called and whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. But the OnlyFans, yeah, it's a bit more, you know, people can see what you're doing. You have to subscribe, and it's there. You know what I mean? Like, my poor nan, like, she's like, you have to take your knickers off, and I'm like, no. God. Dancing my clothes, do you know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. I don't want anyone saying to me, "Nan, oh, look what she's doing."
Fair enough. I mean, stripping actually is as long as obviously the women aren't taking the when them rich guys come in, they say, oh, we're having a party back at ours, it's £1,000. As long as they're not doing them things. But the thing is that I just think it's a tough one for a guy, because honestly, like, obviously you're a very pretty woman, guys gonna want to be with you, and obviously if you say to them, if they're not able to give you everything you want, lock you down, like, I don't know, £1,000, £2,000, whatever it is you earn a week, whatever. If they're not able to sort of give you that lifestyle, it's going to be hard for them. And then if you are doing it, they're going to be very insecure. It's going to be like, I don't know. It's a tough one. But anyway, you're moving on upwards and onwards. We're moving over to our YouTube section now. You're going to be moving on to YouTube and doing some content on there, which I'm excited about. Which I'm excited about, working with you on YouTube. That should be cool.
Yeah, no, it will. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what really happens in my fucking chaos.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. We'll definitely sort that out. I'll talk about that afterwards. Last section of the show. I'm gonna give it to you. The floor is yours. 2 questions each, and then we're gonna end it.
Go on, you can start.
I've asked you so many questions. Okay, I'll ask you questions. You look the first thing like your lips are lovely and you look like you've got naturally full lips, but I think maybe like you've gone too like maybe you pumped too much in there. Like what's the thinking behind that? Because you look like a very like rumptious, scrumptious, very woman that you probably had really nice thick lips anyway.
Do you know what? No, I never. I didn't have to. If you've seen a photo of me without these lips, love, you'd be thinking, oh, fucking hell. I had no lips. And then I got them done and I'm addicted to it. I am. These are awful. I need these dissolving and redoing, but I physically cannot bring myself to walk around with skinny lips for 2 weeks.
Skinny lips.
I can't do it to myself.
Skinny lips.
I'll have to go into hiding. I'll have to not leave the house for 2 weeks. Everyone will be saying, look at her with the skinny lips.
The skinny lips. I can't imagine you having skinny lips naturally. Anyway, your question. That was my question. I was curious because I'm like, you girls, why do you like? Honestly, most men are like this as well. We see a woman, you're beautiful. You don't need to change nothing. Why are you changing stuff? And like, no, I need 20 mils in my freaking lips and stuff like that.
I think I've probably had about 20 mils over the years I've been getting my lips done. I think I'm probably pushing on about 20 mils.
Has it helped business, the lips?
Oh yeah, they love it. They love it. So my question for you is...
Yeah, oh my God.
Have you ever been into a strip club and what was your experience?
I went into a strip club and it was weird. It was weird because it was just like... It just kind of felt like I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drunk enough, and it just kind of felt like I was being exploited from the moment I got in. Sort of like it's like, come in, buy a drink. I mean, in London, it's a lot more pushy. So it's like, come in, you pay to come in, and then the girls come over and they're like, buy me a glass of wine and blah blah blah. And it's quite it's quite business minded sort of. So
yeah.
it just felt like it didn't feel like didn't feel comfortable. I would have been happy like going. I wanted to have a lap dance. I didn't even have one, so. I would have liked to have had a lap dance and sat down, had some drinks, and just to be left alone for a little bit. But we were kind of just attacked straight away as soon as we went in there, and I kind of had a little off feeling towards it. So it wasn't a great experience.
Oh, you have to come to Liverpool. I'll show you a good time.
Come to Liverpool, yeah. Okay, I have to put that on my list. Put that on my list. Okay. Do you guys do proper dances over there? Yeah, proper dances.
Oh yeah. To me, and we don't bother you until you've got a drink. So.
Okay. So I get to come in, drink my brew nicely, and then I say, I want that blonde one over there. Tell us come over here.
And I'll be like that. I'm coming.
Okay. Liverpool on the list, on my to-do list. Liverpool, definitely. No, I definitely want to start doing more traveling as well. I want to start doing like my podcast, like in the car as well, just like coming to meet people and then setting the cameras up and then do interviews in the car driving. So that'd be quite cool as well. Maybe we could do something like that for your channel. That wouldn't be for you as well. That'd be pretty cool. My question. I kind of asked you most of the questions, really. All right. I'm going to kind of ask you again. Okay, so you meet a guy now. He's earning maybe 50 grand a year. He's a nice guy. He's a plumber or electrician, and he says to you, "Babe, I love you. And it's amazing. Like, I just want you to stay at home. I'm going to lock down the house. I want you to stay at home, and if you want to work from home, do something from home. But I want you to give up the game." What's your answer to that, man?
Yeah, yeah. I think I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. No, do you know what? I do actually fancy like the way I love a man in a uniform. I do. I can't lie. I do. I love a man who's good with his hands and that. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, I think I would. If he was going to take care of all of the problems, like the bills and the rent and all that, and I could do something from home, because I am qualified in aesthetics as well. I've never done it because I don't need to.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'd work from home.
Definitely, because I think honestly as well, on YouTube, I think you'll do very, very well. Very, very well. Like just
I hope so.
Honestly,
everyone watches me.
No. You'll do very well. So we'll speak off air. We're going to end the interview now, then we'll speak off air. start my business mind, my manager mind will start to click in. Everybody, this interview will be replayed again. It's live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Mia, say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Everyone have a fab day. Brad's Entertainment. Peace.